Back with me, Maulida Hanifah Erlian Putri in Global News.
Audio Jungle.
Today, I will deliver news about the impact of online shops on offline businesses in Boyolangu Market. In recent years, online shopping has grown rapidly, changing the way people fulfill their daily needs. Online shopping is considered more practical and customers get cheaper prices than buying goods in offline stores. Based on Statista Market Insights data, the number of online marketplace or e-commerce users in Indonesia will reach 178.94 million people by 2022. This number increased by 12.79% compared to the previous year, which amounted to 158.65 million users. Looking at the trend, e-commerce users in Indonesia are observed to continue to increase. The number is projected to reach 196.47 million users by the end of 2023. The upward trend in the number of e-commerce users in Indonesia is predicted to continue for the next 4 years. This phenomenon not only changes consumer behavior, but certainly greatly affects the offline shopping market. Nowadays, the offline shopping market is increasingly marginalized due to online shopping. There are a number of reasons why local businesses do not use e-commerce, including 78.12% are more comfortable selling offline. As for business owners who claim not to be interested in selling online, the proportion reaches 29.94%. Then followed by business owners who do not switch to e-commerce because they feel the lack of knowledge or expertise, which is 27.83%, while 13.80% of business owners have other reasons. BPS surveyed 31,753 e-commerce business samples in 34 provinces and 302 districts or cities. The samples in the survey were business owners who use the internet to receive orders or sell goods or services during 2022. When we talk about offline market, one example is Boyolangu Market. This market is used to be the prima donna market in Boyolangu sub-district and the community shopping center. However, Boyolangu Market is now being eroded by the era of online shopping and free shipping. This has made many sellers go bankrupt and chose to close their shops. This is the current condition of Boyolangu Market, which used to be the prima donna market in Boyolangu sub-district. The condition is not as busy as it used to be. The traffic of buyers in the last few years is very minimal. As you can see, in the row of shop houses, some sellers chose to close their shops. Then, the condition on the inside of the market also looks very quiet from buyers. Even a lot of stalls are not open. The sellers here revealed that paying stall rent every day is costly and not comparable to the income they receive. This situation has started to occur since the COVID-19 pandemic. This condition also affects one of the clothing stores owned by Mrs. Warsini. This shop is the only clothing store that is still open in the Boyolangu Market. The location is in a row of shop houses in the Boyolangu Market. This shop has been open since 2000 until now. She said as long as she has been selling, only the last 2 years have been very quiet for buyers, and her income has decreased dramatically. Then, what is her opinion about this condition? Let's just ask the shop owner.
Selamat malam Ibu, permisi. Sebelumnya saya berbicara dengan Ibu siapa ini? Saya Ibu Warsini, pemilik toko ini. Kalau boleh tahu Ibu, sejak kapan bisnis pakaian ini mulai? Bisnis pakaian ini sebenarnya sudah lama saya mulai. Awalnya itu tahun 2000. Tapi dulu itu belum pakaian jadi. Kita bisnisnya kain kiloan itu. Lama-lama kain kiloan itu peminatnya jarang, sehingga kita beralih ke pakaian jadi ini. Sebelum adanya bisnis online, bagaimana perkembangan toko pakaian Ibu ini? Kalau dulu ya, sebelum ada bisnis online itu, kita mudah sekali berdagang itu, karena di sini belum ada yang jualan pakaian jadi. Kita masih sendiri, terutama di pasar Boyolangu ini. Jadi kita itu enak lah berjualan waktu itu. Tapi sekarang adanya bisnis online, kita itu merasa kesulitan.
Kalau boleh tahu dulu mencapai berapa omsetnya, Bu?
Kalau dulu itu sehari itu bisa 1 juta lebih. Itu menurut saya sudah alhamdulillah lumayan besar melihat toko kami yang kecil ini, dan waktu itu belum banyak yang berjualan pakaian jadi.
Dengan adanya online shop ini, Bu, bagaimana perkembangan toko pakaian Anda saat ini? Tetap atau ada perubahan?
Yang pasti perubahan itu pasti, cuman perubahannya perubahan yang gimana ya, merosot. Bagi kami itu dengan adanya online shop itu kita sangat dirugikan. Karena apa? Di online shop itu cara berjualan sama pembeli itu kan enak, cuman klik HP, barang datang, kita bayar, sehingga pembeli itu tidak capek-capek keluar rumah dan harganya lebih murah. Tapi belum tentu murah itu kualitas barangnya yang gimana.
Apa tidak ingin mencoba untuk berjualan ke online shop, Bu?
Sebenarnya pingin ya ke online shop itu, beralih ke online shop, cuman kita itu mikirnya harga di online shop itu jauh lebih murah daripada di kita. Tapi kualitas barang kita itu memang bagus. Kalau di online shop itu barang murah, kualitas kurang bagus. Cuman model itu kelihatannya bagus, harga murah. Jadi orang tergiur dengan yang begitu itu.
Lalu bagaimana cara Ibu untuk memasarkan barang-barang yang masih ada di toko ini?
Kita masih juga berpikir ini ya, bagaimana cara memasarkan barang yang masih ada ini. Cuman kita itu ya, kita teladani aja. Alhamdulillah ini para pelanggan yang dulu itu masih sering mencari kita. Jadi kita itu ya alhamdulillah tiap hari itu bisa laku meskipun sedikit, tidak seperti yang dulu.
Melihat bisnis online yang semakin lama semakin pesat ini, bagaimana harapan Ibu ke depannya untuk bisnis pakaian yang Ibu punya ini?
Harapan kami ya, kalau online terus-terusan kayak gini ini, untuk pedagang kecil seperti kita ini terus terang sangat dirugikan. Harapan kami semoga bisnis online yang sekarang semakin marak itu semoga bisa ditutup dan kembali ke offline seperti dulu. Dengar kabarnya kan mau ditutup ya Mbak ya, ini semoga itu bisa terlaksana sehingga pedagang kecil yang kayak kita yang offline ini bisa pulih seperti yang dulu lagi.
Kalau begitu terima kasih Bu atas jawaban yang Ibu berikan.
Ya Mbak, sama-sama, semoga Mbak kedepannya juga bisa berhasil dengan baik dan lancar.
The rapid growth of online shopping in Indonesia, as seen from the substantial increase in e-commerce users, is having a detrimental effect on traditional markets. This is because many sellers are unable to compete with the convenience and cost-effectiveness of online platforms. The resistance of local businesses to embrace e-commerce, coupled with factors such as lack of interest and expertise, has further contributed to the decline of the offline market. The current state of Boyolangu market underscores the significant impact of online shopping on traditional businesses, leading to closures and economic challenges for local merchants. Okay viewers, that is the news today. Keep watching Global News to get other actual information. I'm Maulida Hanifa Erlian Putri. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.